Hi everybody, this is Ellie. Thanks so much for joining me today for a flip through of the month of May in my pocket size bullet journal. So May was my last month in this particular notebook, which is a Hobonichi A6 plain notebook that I had cut down to pocket size. So this one carried me from January through the end of May. I will be filming a flip through of this entire bullet journal at once, but I do have every month in previous videos. I'll try my best to name stickers and washi as I can, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask me below. To start, I used this Simply Gilded vellum that Robin from Talks from the Heart sent me, and it's beautiful. I love these colors. My quote for May was from Revelatori's Instagram account and read, "When doing is too much, being is enough." I got through some of my tasks, migrated some, and marked one off as irrelevant. I've written down develop planning checklists, I think, for 2 or 3 months, and it just never happened, which tells me that right now is not the time. I just don't need it, and maybe that's something that I'll work on again at a later date. I have my smplans printable, and I used my calendar index most days this month. I had my Simply Gilded Lotus washi tape. Here is my tracker for when I painted from my everyday watercolor book by Jenna Rainey. As you can see, there are 30 lessons and I stopped at 8. My partner and I ended up moving out of our apartment and back with my family for the time being, so the month of May was largely consumed with packing and preparing for that. I did recreate this tracker in my new bullet journal, so I hope to get back into this summer. I had my wish list. I left a lot of space here, not really considering that I'd be switching bullet journals, but I still love this spread and the stickers. I ended up getting one thing from the list so far, which was the Tombow neutral set of the dual brush pens, and I absolutely love them. I used this washi and date tape all the way through the month of May, and that's from Sojourner, which is no longer available, unfortunately, but I love the multicolor, like kind of watercolor feel and the different designs you'll see as I flip through for each of the numbers. I was working on my morning routine, so I used these Rise and Shine stickers from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, and I had created this based on Amy Landino's book, Good Morning, Good Life, so movement, mindfulness, and mastery. Got some washi tape here, some mini stickers from the Style Planner. This was our first day in the Toronto area. That was 20 plus degrees, which was beautiful. This quote here reads, "There is virtue in work and there's virtue in rest. Use both and overlook neither," by Alan Cohen. This was a day I was feeling a little bit depleted, so when that happens and I don't feel like journaling, sometimes I'll leave it blank and sometimes I'll find a quote that's really resonating with how I'm feeling. So that's what I did on this day here, and I just used a Tombow dual brush pen for the background, and I have some more Simply Gilded washi tape. Here I was able to do some journaling. I'm keeping up pretty well with my morning routine, and I have some Allie Brown washi tape at the bottom here. I picked up some black Post-its just so I can use that to cover any private information. Use some stickers that I had. I love clear stickers. I just like how they show the grid right through. Feeling a little bit depleted. I think that's kind of a consistent theme you might notice throughout this month, but that's why for the month of June, when I did that setup, my goal was to fill my own cup. Here I finished the Netflix show Never Have I Ever, which I really, really loved. I can't wait for season 2 to come out. Some more notes. This page, see, I didn't journal here, and this page was just full of notes. Here's Mother's Day. That's from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo as well. So we live with my grandma and my mom, so it was really nice to be able to celebrate that together. Here is my weekly reflection. I tried this for the first month in May, and I really, really like it. Again, this was based on the Good Morning, Good Life book, and I may end up tweaking kind of the categories, but right now what I've been doing is wins for the week, what's not working, appointment prep if I have any appointments, and tomorrow's priorities. So wins can be big or tiny. Like here, it was, getting some yoga and meditation in that week, choosing Mother's Day gifts, and doing my morning pages consistently. And things that weren't working, for example, was my watercolor practice or tracking and setting up my budget for the month. So it's just really nice for me to be able to kind of sit here, and honestly, it feels like a brain dump. It's just a good way to throw things down, see it, and know what I want to focus on going forward. Here we had a girls' day and had some snacks. On Netflix, we watched the movie The Half of It, which I also really enjoyed, and we watched some of Modern Love. I really liked it. I didn't realize they were like little vignettes and they were complete stories told in short time frames, which I really like. I love watching TV, don't get me wrong, but there's something about a movie, or I guess in Modern Love, these small stories, that it's just really satisfying to watch something and have that beginning, middle, and end and feel that kind of conclusion. Sometimes that's what I'm in the mood for, so that was lovely. I just did some packing here, reminding myself that while we were in the process of packing and moving one step at a time, we were lucky enough to be able to do it gradually, which really helped. On this day, I had bought tickets to go to Planners Gonna Plan Canada in September, and that was canceled, so I just made a note of that. I'm disappointed, of course, but I recognize that it's definitely the right and safest decision, and hopefully in 2021, we'll have the chance to try again. This page, journaled and empty. I'm still doing my movement, mindfulness, and mastery tracking. I'm using a Hobonichi stencil here to draw the suns because I was running out of my Rise and Shine stickers. Here, my weekly reflection again. Victoria Day. I believe this is the week that I set up in a plan with me, and you'll see me trying a few different ways to track my morning routine. Now that I am further into the routine, I know it stands for movement, mindfulness, and mastery. And I also added one thing to my evening routine so far, which is to fill up my tumbler with ice water before I go to sleep so that it's ready for me first thing. And here I just highlighted that it's okay to give myself a pass because I use my power sheets and I have specific goals and habits that I'm trying to track, and sometimes I just need the reminder that I can't get to everything. It's not realistic to do everything, and that's okay, especially when we were in the process of packing and moving, because it took some emotional energy, and I just wanted to recognize that and remind myself that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to let some things slide. They'll be there when I'm ready to pick them back up again. We got a Vitamix, which I'm really excited about. We've been trying some smoothies, and I know that I'll get a lot of use this summer. So I moved here from the horizontal tracker to the vertical, and that's my favorite. In my new bullet journal, I've actually done these right beside my dates, which I like better because, well, in the new bullet journal, it doesn't really matter, but here, because of the hump, it was kind of over on the side, and I would have preferred it here. Trial and error, that's how you learn. Oh, here was the actual moving day. I have this sticker from PapergeekCo. I think she's actually receiving a package here, but she's holding a box, and that meant moving for me. So we were lucky enough that we did it with my family, and because we'd done it so gradually, it was a really seamless move on a really beautiful day. Here, I've just broken this up into 4 quadrants, and I really like this setup for my weekly reflection, so I'm probably going to continue this going forward. A friend and I placed an order for a PapergeekCo washi tape set together, and I've just swatched them all here. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm really happy with them. This page here, I made some of my video notes. So when I'm editing, I'll just go through and jot down the shops or creators that I mentioned or any videos that I want to link. I'm also going to be setting up a medical notebook, or a ring system actually, so I've been putting down some categories that I think I'll need. If any of you have a dedicated medical setup, I'd love to know what you have in it and how you have it set up. My idea is just that I want a paper system that either myself or Paul can access should we ever need to on each other's behalf, or just to have for our own histories. So I haven't started it yet, except for getting the notebook cover, of course, but I'm hopeful that I'll do that in the next couple of months. I also had to organize some returns and just track some kind of money. We've been buying some gifts, so we just had to work out who paid who and that kind of thing. So just had a page for that there. And for this last week in May, I knew I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get done, but I didn't know what day I was going to do it on. So I just tried a list setup for this week, and it worked really, really well. And in the month of June, I've actually changed this up a bit and I'm trying a rolling weekly, but I really like the idea of having a list at the beginning of the week because, again, it functions as a brain dump. This washi tape is from Happy Daya and it's super cute. I love the soft colors and the foiling. We've had some super hot days here. The weather's kind of been all over the place, so I was able to mark that with a sticker from a Michael's sticker book. I don't remember which one exactly. I had a phone call, another hot day. We've got some Allie Brown water plopping washi tape and an MT one on top of that. End of the month, I wasn't journaling or decorating as much. I did have the samples of my 2 Happy Daya washi tapes. And yeah, coming up to the end of the month. And this is a quote that I put on my Instagram page as well, but it reads, "My actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape the consequences of my actions. My actions are the ground upon which I stand." And I'm sorry, I should have looked this up. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, but there it is. I will try and look it up for next time and do my best. And that's a reminder that I'm happy to have in here. I did my weekly reflection here, and that's about it. I had this one page left. This page here, I swatched the markers from my Tombow Neutral palette, and I like to keep all of my washi tape, like the ends that I rip, and just kind of put them together. It looks like a little mosaic, so I always really enjoy how this looks, and it makes me feel a little bit less wasteful. It's hard to believe that this notebook is already finished. I won't lie to you, I do already miss it, but I am having fun playing around in my Leuchtturm and trying out some new setups. Again, I will have a flip through of this entire notebook coming up if that's something that interests you. And if you prefer a month-by-month flip through, I have those older videos available too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're all doing well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.